I am ranking animes by how achievable the physiques are. At the end of the video, you're going to find out the most realistic anime that you can strive for in your training, in real life, in the real world. Anime is the reason a lot of people get into training. It's definitely the reason that I'm training. I want to look like some of the characters that I see in anime. A common theme with a lot of them is the average 17-year-old high school male looking like this dude. So that's why we're here today. How achievable in real life are some of the physiques on the shows that you like? Let's get right into it. First up, we've got Attack on Titan. It's been discussed before how Attack on Titan represents female bodies very well. They're not like, again, the standard sort of female physique. None of them are like super jacked. There's a couple of them that are pretty shredded inexplicably, like Eren in Cave. Check this out. Dude's like 16 in this, right? Look at this dude. Like, he's pretty damn yoked. He's shredded. And then you got, look, Zeke, season 4. Look at this guy. Look, like, he's definitely been working out, but Zeke's a bit older in this. It's an achievable physique for sure. He definitely has been on some serious cut diet. Like, what is he there? Easily 9-8% body fat. But have I seen people that look this way? Yes, I have. And here he is in season 2. He's just shredded, right? He's not particularly jacked, he's not enormous, he's just shredded. No special supplements have been used to get to this size. I'm saying that's pretty damn realistic. The Attack Titan, Eren's Titan, was actually based on a real MMA fighter called Yushin Okami. Both the stances he takes and also the physique. Dude's achievable. Dude's a real person. Attack on Titan is getting an S tier right off the bat, straight away. You can get bodies like Eren and Zeke and the Attack Titan through training and diet alone. Next up, Baki. This isn't gonna take long. This dude is ridiculously yoked. So not only are these guys 110 kilos, shredded, like diced to the bone, 5% body fat, I'm surprised they're not dead. Even a top level bodybuilder is going to struggle, even with the special supplements that some bodybuilders are on. I am giving that a straight F tier. Garbage, trash. Amazing physiques, doesn't exist in the real world. A pro would walk on stage with Baki's physique and like win a classic physique show, right? Hands down, and like would never be beaten in terms of the condition they brought. Death Note. Death Note doesn't really show us many physiques, but there are a couple of scenes in the animes and the mangas that kind of show the dudes. All I'm getting is body pillows. That's what I was looking for. Very normal, achievable physiques. Guy probably watches what he eats a little bit. He probably goes to the gym maybe once or twice a week. It's very casual. I'm giving Death Note, again, an S tier achievability rating. There's no reason you can't look like Light or L. The L eats a lot of like sweets and stuff like that, so it's he must have a fast metabolism to be staying that lean. But yeah, it's achievable. There are people, I've met people like that exists. Demon Slayer, incredibly hype anime. If you haven't seen the Entertainment District arc yet, I'd highly recommend it, it's amazing. There is a scene where we get to see them like training, working out, they're trying to build their lung capacity. So you got Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, all with kind of the same physique here. At their age, what are they supposed to be in this, like 17 or something, maybe even younger? This would be very unusual. They would be like genetic outliers. If we're talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 years of training, diligent weight training, and also watching the diet, these are achievable physiques. They've had to work way harder than you would have been able to by the time you reach 17, unless you're a genetic outlier. But Demon Slayer's getting an A tier. It's believable. Next, Dragon Ball Z. This one won't take long. So I know so many people that got into training because they wanted to look like Goku or whatever. Just pick a character, they have a ridiculously shredded, enormous physique. The proportion and the shreddedness is not depicted quite to the level of Baki, but it's still pretty insane. Dragon Ball Z, E tier. You're gonna need some special sauce to get anywhere close to some of these dudes. Hunter x Hunter. This is another one of those difficult ones to place because the people in this are children. It's the same thing of like Jotaro being 17, but being like 100 kilos of muscle. Technically, yes, it's possible to have those stats, but when you're pretty much a child, how believable is that? I don't know. But yeah, here's Killua. He's pretty much he looks like a calisthenics dude. He's very lean. He's got some muscular development, but overall, like, yeah, you can get this physique. This is like a Brad Pitt and Fight Club physique. You are getting an S tier. It's A or S, but I tell you what, the reason it's going A is because they're children, but it's achievable, just not at the age of like 12. Okay, next. Jojo no Kimi o na Boken. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is definitely my favorite anime. Could you tell? It's also one that when you think anime physiques, you think Dragon Ball Z and you think JoJo. What I've done, because Araki, who drew JoJo, his art style changed an awful lot from parts 1 to 8. I've split the parts up for this ranking system. Parts 1 and 2, Jonathan and Joseph, this is when he's focused on just like the standard anime hero physique. They're massive, 18, they're enormous, and there is no way you're getting there without some outside help. Jonathan is a bodybuilder, he's huge. Joseph, he's a bit leaner and a bit less stocky, but he's still like an insane physique. So JoJo Part 1, that's sitting directly on E tier with Dragon Ball Z. They're Dragon Ball Z characters. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3, Stardust Crusaders. So difficult to pick a favorite part. Probably my favorite just because of Dio. Araki's still very much on the I want these people to be as yoked as possible. And like Dio, he stole Jonathan's physique and used his dick to make a kid with it for part 5. Fantastic plot. Spoiler alert, by the way. It is a pretty bizarre adventure. But if you look at this dude. Look at the cuts on that. The shreds. It's a fantastic physique to have. But like, I'm pretty sure like some of these back muscles don't actually exist. Like this is not, I'm not even sure what these are. Like dude's just got muscles on top of his muscles. Look at this guy. Yeah, they're gonna sit right down there on the E tier as well. Part 3 is still very much, even the hobos in the scene with Enyaba in the town, like they're inexplicably jacked as well. Like massive pecs, massive delts. Just everyone in the show is. So, E tier, I'm sorry JoJo. Diamond is Unbreakable. This is where we start getting a little bit away from, in Araki's words, away from the ideal like male physiques, and more into like male beauty, male aesthetics, fashion. If we put in Jotaro Part 4, look at this dude. Like, yeah, look, he's in a jacket right here, sure, but he's a pretty normal, like, he's obviously trained, like, we've got some pec outlines, but like, yeah, the guy goes to the gym. He's not ridiculous. He's not absolutely enormous. Has Josuke been in the gym? I'm just glad there's no body pillows showing up. Has Josuke been in the gym? Yes, absolutely. Has he been like taking loads of performance enhancing supplements, and is he insane? No, I've seen people that look like this. Again, Josuke's supposed to be 17, but overlooking that, we're gonna move it up a few notches. B tier. JoJo Part 5, this is when we really start getting into achievable JoJo physiques. Giorno, the protagonist, Araki was actually trying to make androgynous. Again, glad body pillows aren't showing up. It's a real problem Googling anything JoJo. But look, he's not particularly massive. It's like a Killua thing. He's not particularly massive, he's just shredded. But there are totally people who exist who look like this. It's a Brad Pitt Fight Club thing. It's kind of the same as the Killua thing. Yes, Giorno is 15, but it's an achievable physique, A tier. Part 6 and onwards is when we really start seeing a departure from the super muscly, shredded people and just basically fit, trained individuals, right? Here's Jolene Kujo, Jotaro's daughter, spoiler alert. And look, she probably works out, she's looking good, but that's not an insane physique by any standard. Neither of the dudes in this. Even Dio's in it in Part 6. Like, look how much he's changed there. He's not the Dio of Part 3. So Part 6, yeah, same deal. I'm giving it an A tier. Jujutsu Kaisen. Big fan of this anime. Just seen the film, quite fun. Itadori is what we're gonna use to judge this because he's the guy who we see most of his physique, him and Sukuna. Dude, he's been in the gym. He's a bit young here, right? He's high school age. Like, to get this physique at high school age, you'd have to be really booking it. That being said, achievable. Like, dude looks like a swimmer. He's not even a bodybuilder. He's lean, he's got some muscle. This is gonna get, it's an S tier. It's totally doable. Well done, Jujutsu Kaisen. we can look like Gojo. I wouldn't recommend wearing the blindfold though. It's a good look in the anime, but you're gonna bump into things in real life. Mob Psycho. I included this anime not because it's famous for the physiques, but because I really like it and you should watch it. Depictions of human beings in this are pretty darn accurate. There is the Body Improvement Club, which is these like fitness college dudes that take Mob under their wing. They're basically just fit dudes. Now, when the guy starts being taken over by Dimple and jacking himself up, now we drop right from an S tier achievability rating down to like below F tier. This is past backy. So on balance, they're getting an A. Just this image, it would have been S, but just this image, it's an A. If you disagree with me, you can argue with me in the comments. I look forward to it. My Hero Academia. Again, dudes at high school age, you'd really have to be booking it to get to that level at high school age. But as a young guy, I've actually got a video on it on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out, about evaluating Deku's training program that he gets from All Might and like how realistic it is and how you can apply it in real life. This is totally doable. Yeah, the screenshot was taken on a potato, but like they're basically just like they've been in the gym and they've got abs. Like it's nothing insane. And the female physiques in My Hero, again, they've moved away from that like hentai anime trope, and these are all normal, healthy looking females. However, then you've got this just looking at Deku and Bakugo and like class 1A would have been an S tier. All Might comes in. No, it's B. It just, there's a few of the pro heroes that are just like nuts. In general, it is a very good, very achievable anime. Naruto, really? These guys hardly look like they lift. Like, yeah, there's a couple of moments where you see some absolutely jacked people, but Naruto himself, Sasuke, like all very achievable. We're throwing this up at A. One Piece, like, I don't know why this body calendar exists, but it gives us the information we need. Luffy and the crew are pretty yoked. They're big, but they're not insanely big. It's getting a C, because some of the people in One Piece are enormous. As far as the main character goes, you can get that physique with diet, training, and effort. One Punch Man. I really like this because the whole point of One Punch Man is that he trains in a very normal way and has achieved extraordinary results with his power, right? But you get a good look at his physique when he's doing the superhero licensing fitness tests. Dude's got a great physique. Again, it's kind of that swimmer physique where he's definitely done some resistance training. He's been hitting leg day hard, but it's not unachievable. He's just got a good physique and he's lean. It's also totally possible to shave your head. It does start getting a little bit much with some of the characters. They're supposed to be like larger than life in the show. But you know, Saitama, I think, pulls it back. One Punch Man, you know what? I'm gonna give it an A. Maybe not so much with the program that he suggests that he's on, but you could definitely get to a Saitama shape in your lifetime with diet, training, effort, no supplementation of the kind that we know I'm talking about. Last one, Tokyo Ghoul. This isn't a big like physique anime, but excluding the crazy ghoul stuff that comes out of people's bodies, relatively skinny, maybe verging on goes to the gym a little bit and watches what they eat, but it's very achievable. Tokyo Ghoul, S tier. Some of them barely look like they train. There we have it. There is the tier list. I'm actually surprised with how high up JoJo got, but when you think about the later parts of JoJo, makes total sense. Like part 6 Jotaro is like a tall dude in a jacket. It's doable. I think in terms of motivation, you want to go right down to your E and F tiers in terms of like people you want in posters in the gym. But in terms of people you actually want to not compare yourself to, but if you're gonna have your body dysmorphia fueled by someone, have it be from someone in like the S, A or B tier here. Or Luffy from One Piece, that's fine. They're basically lean, they obviously get their protein in, they're training hard. I'm happy with the physiques in these shows. No extracurricular supplements needed to get there. Now I have to choose the most realistic, most achievable anime physiques in the animes that we've looked at today. It's gonna have to come from S tier, and on S tier, I'm gonna have to go with Attack on Titan. Some of them are fit, some of them not so much. They're different body shapes for both men and women. You got Levi, Short King. You got Titans that are yoked and maybe have armor on them, but are still achievable. Attack on Titan, most achievable anime physiques. You heard it here first. Before I go, a message from our sponsors. The fact I am the founder of this company has absolutely nothing to do with the inclusion in this video. WOW Protein Donuts. They're available in Walmart, GNC, Come and Go, Hy-Vee, Amazon. They're gonna be around. You can check out the website for where to get them. They're under 130 calories, 11 grams of protein. They taste delicious for a protein snack. Of course I'm biased, but there's no like sandy aftertaste. I'd really recommend giving these a go. And of course you're helping me out. If you don't want to buy a box, the least you can do is subscribe. Catch you in the next video.